The love is so saddening. It's so more. It's like because of the glory of the love. It's so powerful. Well, now I understand. Oh, Ovid. Ovid is about communicating love through a lens of history of battles and wars and lost and lesbians and getting stung by a bee and it's everything. Lupe Fiasco. You are what you say you are.
Vermont Deluxe. With the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Here we go.
Trying to cash what have you brought down? Introduce where your name in on the guest list. Who you? The more famous person you could.
Listen to a song. It's about me, bro.
If you are just
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location. 1, depositing cash at a dead drop will fast-track your weapon recovery.
Right back here behind
Market
us.
hostage contract.
Ultra 1, secure the hostage located on your TAC map. Ultra 1, be advised you are approaching the hostage location now. Expect contact.
Using AP rounds.
Ultra 1, be advised the hostage is rigged with explosives.
Check the
You
bloody
need to
fire.
disarm now.
Help me! Thank you. I thought I was going to die.
Ultra 1, explosives disarmed. Proceed to an extract point with the hostage. On your TAC map. Exfil Bird is inbound now.
Taking effective fire. Taking fire.
Secure the hostage for Exfil. There's room for both of you on the bird. Your call.
Great song, right?
From what I heard of it, yeah.
Great song. Basically, he's just basically calling out the fake people out there, bro. He's just calling out the fake people out there. He's basically saying, well, if you're so who the fuck you are, what have you fucking done to contribute to whatever the fuck you think you are? Like, how is it that, how are you how are you part of the limelight when you haven't done shit, bro?
Yeah.
This is
Oh.
good song. I like. When I was young, I mean, like, my drink, do drugs, fuck, and do the same thing, right? Fight, get in fights, and then it's like, but yet these people don't contribute to anything. Like, all the music that they listen to, like, they don't contribute to their fight to music. Like everybody, like, Lil Wayne was like the most popular, and I would hear Lil Wayne's lyrics. I was like, dude, none of these guys are Lil Wayne, bro. Like, they're all rap, they're all feeding their empire, which is their state of mind, but they didn't do anything to contribute to any of that music, bro. Like, everybody wanted to be Big Poppy, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like the one that they made fun of. I was one who wore like a Beatles shirt or wear the fucking, like I was just like I was a weird one, I was just like different from everybody. And it's like this song, my cousin interpreted it after a while listening, and it kind of makes sense. And I kind of started seeing everybody differently. I was just like, well, these guys are just fucking actors, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't their fault. It's not their fault, though. That's just the way they were programmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't hold it on their fucking will that I want to fucking kill them. You know what I'm saying? But they're just fucking. There'll never be a person like me that contributes to society and what develops everything in all fashion and culture and life. Like, well, you can't say there'll never be that. You can't put them down that bad, but they're behind schedules. You know what I'm saying? I was 17 years old. I was really 15 years old, 6 years
You're
old.
just riding the tail end of the wave.
Riding the tail end of the wave, buddy. I actually put in hard fucking hours, years, months, days to be a philosophical person. Of questioning ideas, reading Planet of the Apes and trying to reflect how this thing works out, you know what I'm saying? And Planet of the Apes is a really good way to really interpret life because it's like anthropology, you know, it's like Nova, you know, we're not talking about the new movie Planet, we're talking about like the old version Planet of the Apes, like 1963 or 66, like where Nova, the guy he falls in love with Nova, but Nova's a monkey that doesn't know how to interpret things, so he falls in love with her because he could
Holy shit!
because he could fucking teach her things, but yet he doesn't get it.
That dude's shit was not plugged in right.
But yet, you know, like, and it's true. Like, you can't build a bitch, bro. You can't build a bitch. You just can't build a bitch, bro. You can't. Like, get it out of your mind, bro. Like, just forget about it, dude. You cannot fucking not build her. She is who she. That she connects to, but you'll never be on that level unless you're putting years and years of fucking 18 fucking years, bro. 18 years of learning philosophy. And it was that book, Planet of the Apes, is what helped me jump to the level that I'm at right now. And he goes, "Hey, Junior, you should read this book for the first book you've ever read." And I said, "All right." You have 10,000. You have 100,000.
100,000.
So it's like, you know, and I understand, you know, I understand. It's like, you know, I understand. Like, I don't have hate towards people. That's the cool thing. It's like, I don't hate people for this type of dilemma. It's a dilemma, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate anybody because they're fucking not, they only scratch the surface. Like, they're only, because you know what? I was once them. I was once this, you know, I was once these people, like, but I had more of a guidance, you could say. Like, I had somebody who was pointing me in the right direction, and I had someone to talk to about it. But if they really loved poetry, and why don't you go dedicate your life to education? Like, why don't you go to college? Why don't you go back to school? You know what I'm saying? That's what I plan to do. I plan on dying in school, bro. I plan on being in school till I'm fucking like 60 years old, until I can't drive myself to work. Go to fucking school, bro.
Gas station. Yum. Convert these two guns, and then I'll be done with that.
And it's not supposed to be like boastful, like, well, I'm better than you, right? Because at the end of the day, how are you going to grow from those ideas? Like, oh, like, I'm higher than you. Like, well, I could say, well, I excel myself to apply myself to certain ideas that are connected to certain things that are really high-minded, like politics, war, humanitarian, you know, different subjects, film, fashion, you know. We have all different type of genres of subjects, but I'm not higher than anybody. I'm not a fucking god, bro. Nobody, dude. Like, shit, I'm humble as fuck, bro. I come from humble grounds, bro. I didn't have food. I used to starve when I was a little boy, so I can't be dictating anybody at this point. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nobody. Fucking nothing, bro. Got my ass fucking suffocated or fucking. You know? Fuck that. I got my ass kicked, bro. Shit. There ain't no time for being better than anybody. I'm to fucking, try to motivate people more to be more... Try to motivate people to be better, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, I wouldn't say preach, because preaching is connected to the Word of God. You know, I would say lecture, buddy. And at this point, I would only tell people to go to school, or do their own research and development. Like, go to school.
Improve
Like,
your
stop
level of
fucking.
education.
Like, stop procrastinating. Like, if you want to be somebody, you want to be connected to some type of value in life, well, go back to school.
Ultra One, you've got hostile
Taking fire
reinforcements
over here.
incoming.
Okay.
Roger
Ultra
that
One,
right
enemy
there.
threat appears low in your area. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, secure the hostage located on your TAC map.
This whole thing with my dreams, you know, like the girl I had a dream about, it's just a manifestation of ideas to understand. It's nothing really other than that, you know. Now the idea, like, do I apply myself to really manifest this? That's the ultimate question. Like, well,
Approaching the hostage location. Be advised.
but I see certain things going on. I'm just like, well,
I'm taking effective fire.
yeah, motherfucker, like, you know, things have to be fair, bro. You can't be like, you
Good.
can't feel like, you know.
Are you coming up?
But yeah, I'm right now at my point of stage right now. Like, I'm really analyzing things very deeply because I'm gonna be rich, and I don't know which direction or where I'm gonna go.
Ultra One, the hostage is wearing a vest. Defuse it before it detonates.
Downstairs, like,
Every single time.
Look around.
Please!
like my cousin, for example, like he hates me, bro. You know that, right?
Oh shit.
Like, you know that. Like, you see how he treats me, right?
I just put
Ultra
those
One,
plates in
actual.
too.
Hostage secure.
Like, you see the way my cousin treats me, right? So it's just like, let's just go upstairs. Go upstairs.
Is inbound. Get that hostage to the designated LZ.
So it's like, how can he tell me that he wants a woman, and he wants to love a woman, but yet have hate towards somebody? How can you have some type of hate towards somebody, but you want to marry somebody? Like, that's a contradiction, bro. Like, you can,
Oh,
like, how can you, like, really hate somebody and then wish that you have better stuff than them?
yeah.
That's alright, bro. Like, how, you know, like, for example,
That's tantamount to
look,
carrying darkness in your heart.
I did, like, look, my concepts, I told you about this story, right? Okay.
Secure
The president of North Korea, okay? Alright?
Text out.
Before, right when Trump got elected in 2017, I was into Koreans, right? And what happens is that I had to study, since I'm in love with the Korean, I had to study the north side and the south side, and I got to look into everything and all the, you know, relationships. So what happens is, I find out that Dennis Rodman is a key figure in a relationship with what's his name, president of North Korea. I forgot his name. A lot. I still do. And so I did some research, and it turned out to be that Dennis Rodman is a key figure in a relationship with the president of North Korea, okay? Look at how my mind is so powerful with the law of attraction, of manifesting, right? Is like, then the Winter Games came on. The Winter Games came on, and the Winter Games were in South Korea. So I'm adding logic, right? I'm just like, okay. Dennis Roberts over there with the guy. His wife is at the Olympic Games. I'm studying the actual identity of a Korean woman. They're like roses. They're very beautiful and elegant. They look like they really take care of themselves. And so, again, I was just like, okay, why would this guy, Kim Jong-un? Oh, and I found out that Kim Jong-un grew up in United States, and he went to Disneyland. He loved Michael Jordan. He went to school, and I was just like, how does this guy be a communist, and yet he has his wife at the Olympic Games and expect her, like, if you're a chess player, like, if you're on the chessboard, bro, you're a fucking higher level intellectual person on that high level, then how is it that you're queen? How can you be a communist and have your wife go wherever the fuck she wants without her identity being contradicted? Because she is who she is. She cannot be contradicted. A woman cannot be contradicted. You cannot change a woman. There's nothing you can do about a woman. That's it. You have to love that fucking woman the way they are. So I'm just like, okay.
They have to do the same.
They have to do the same, right? Like they have to give you their part as well, which is fine. I'm a philosophical level, so I don't put so much conditions, because like you'll never find love that way, bro. Like the only way you can find love is you just drop the fucking conditions. So I'm just like, okay, so all right, so the president's wife is in South Korea at the Winter Olympic Games. I'm like, how can she be there? And then how can this guy be who he is? And I was telling my cousin, I was like, watch, Rolly, something's gonna happen, bro. This guy's gonna change, bro. And watch. I kept telling him. These communist people cannot be part of the world and have some type of love in them and be communist and have a woman in their life and believe that it's real love. It's dictative, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's a bigger idea that I'll get to. So I'm like, watch, really, something's going to happen in North Korea. Trump is going to just, sure enough, guess what happens, bro? Trump, for the first time in fucking history, bro, United States goes to fucking North Korea and crosses over to North Korea. And for the first time, the president has actually crossed over to South Korea, bro. I was like, whoa, dude, like, that's when I knew I had power, bro. Like, I got to predict the fucking future. And my cousin was like, no, dude, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. Just hating, bro. Like, this guy just has hate. How can you be like, the same thing, how can you be Kim Jong-un and have this love for life and be a communist? You can't, bro. So, it's like, how can Rolly want to marry somebody and desire the thoughts of marrying someone, but yet have hate towards anybody, whether it's your cousin, whether it's me, and particularly it's me, he hates me, right? I'm just like, how is this possible? Like, how are you going to be in a relationship like that, you know?
Yeah. How's that going to happen?
Yeah.
How's that shit going to work?
So this is why I'm on that level of, like, I'm having this, like, parallel lives, right? Like, there's somebody with my woman, my future woman, and that's not me. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm a different guy, but yet I want to be that guy because I want to be with her, right? So I'm just like, I'm living a parallel life. Like, so it's like, well, she's with him, whether they're fucking or whether he's just her personal trainer or, you know, ballet trainer, like he, you know, but this is the woman that I want to marry, right? So a man has to have a desire and a purpose in life to be with a woman. That's period. I don't care who the fuck you are, you have to have a woman. But so now I'm thinking, I'm just like, well, I'm at crossroads, bro. Like, I'm afraid of rejection. She mentions on her social media to, hey, everybody, please write me. Just write me on my messages. I don't care. Just write me, and I'll write you back. And I'm just like, well, I have so much love for her, but I have a principle that I have to follow before I can even write to her. And that principle is based on certain information of logic that I can never use against her, that it has to be for her. So the purpose of me writing to her, well, it would be contradictory, because she's telling her audience to write her ideas on a book club, that if, what type of platform should we talk about things, and I could not be a liar and just lie to myself and think, oh, well, I'm part of a book club, because I'm not part of a book club, because I'm not reading the same book that she is. So I didn't buy the book that she's talking about on the book club. So therefore I cannot go into her direct messages and try to convey certain information that's going to try to charm her, to her book. Like I did my research on the book, and I know aspects about it, but I'm not reading it. So therefore, if I'm not putting effort into it, so therefore I cannot participate in the book club. So, and that's being honest. Most guys are sneaky. They'll pretend they're writing. They'll go do lectures. They'll go do this and that and that. So I'm just like, well, you know what? What I could do is I could communicate on her. I could comment on her purpose in life. So I was just like, well, I wrote to her and I said, hey, what are your thoughts, or what's your ideas and thoughts on having pamphlets on your book club? Maybe you should have a digital pamphlet that talks about certain key ideas that are going on in the book. So if the audience is reading a book that you're conveying, maybe you should put one side a pamphlet that's digital, key points, and then what are people's thoughts. So if you're gonna have a group chat, maybe you should post a picture of certain key ideas about the moral of the character. So like the book is like, so there's a moral of the story of the book, and the book is talking about about how this young girl misses her grandma, and her grandma gave her a certain life, and that she can't wait till she goes back to Cuba so she could live that life. So I'm just like, well, so since I can't write to her on a DM, and she's telling her audience to write to her, and I'm just like, well, I can't write to you because I have dignity and I have nobility. So, what I could do is I could contribute to your intelligence of asking you certain questions, to maybe considering maybe how to maintain her book club. And so I'm like, so I advised her to maybe to give out pamphlets, digital pamphlets, once every 3 months or so, like just key ideas to look for, or maybe, and then when group chat comes in, we could discuss those ideas. You know what I'm saying? And I never got written back. So I'm afraid of rejection at this point. Like, I'm not gonna put much time into this, because I'm only gonna have one shot maybe at this. I'm only gonna have one opportunity at this, and it's either gonna be that I'm gonna. I can't.
How would you feel if you already had it?
Never had it.
Yeah.
Never had a chance with her. I never had any communication with her. I don't know who she is. I just see her videos, and I see that she likes books, and she's Cuban like me. Beautiful girl, and we share this. She was born on the same date as me, and I had dreams about her 3 nights in a row. So that's all. So I don't know what the chance is, but like I can't interpret anything else. But so I'm thinking, well, she's posting a lot of information to where she lives and where she goes and where she shops and what she does, and like she doesn't have any fear. So anyways, she's open to meeting people. Like she's an open book right now. Like anybody right now could just go to where she shops and where she go, on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Like if you follow her patterns, she buys flowers at a certain location. That I told you, I used to sell jewelry there. I used to do business there. I used to eat food there and relax. And at this point, I'm just like, well, maybe just stop trying to contact her on her social media, that she has 1 million followers, that it's hard for her to keep up with all that, right? And there's so many people in her DM, so I'm just like, well, maybe I should just buy some books. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy like a photo book where she can put pictures in. I'm gonna buy like a couple books, I think, and then I'm just gonna rent a hotel for a week, and then I'm just gonna I'm gonna pay the flower guy, like, some money, give him a picture, say, hey, give this lady fucking free flowers for however long, and then what I'm gonna do is I'll pay that guy or that woman and say, hey, look, this is all the flowers, and if here's a picture of her, she comes here, give her some flowers to whatever she wants, and I'll do that for about a week, and then eventually just show up when she's there, and then give her the books, and that's just my and then obviously the books I'm gonna give her, I'm gonna have like sticky notes, like interpreting things, like, hey, what are your thoughts about this part? If you ever reach this level, on this page, like questioning to who she is, and that way she can make more memories for her future. Like a photo book, where she can put pictures.
Did you send that message about the pamphlet?
I sent it through. Well, I didn't send it directly. I sent it through her comments. So, I think I wrote to her. So I wrote this to her. But this was 5 days ago. So, hi.